The second requirement is labor. So children, land you have, fine. If you want to do farming, you have the land, but what you can do if you don't have the labor? So you need people who are going to work on that land, so we require labor. And children, you all know that labor means the people which are going to work, they can be of two types. Fine, they can be skilled or they can be unskilled. Now in the production we require highly educated people also, like if you have to, you need mechanics, you need some professionals. Fine, those who are expert in their field, so you required a skilled staff also, educated workers also, as well as children you required unskilled workers also. Fine, for whom the not required, any skill is not required, you are just going to give them the manual work. Manual work you are just going to give them. Like if you take the example of our school only, in the skilled workers who will come, in the skilled laborers, the teachers will come. Skilled, they are educated, they are skilled in their work, in their teaching and all. As well as children, we require maids also, drivers also, conductors also. Fine, even for drivers we required skilled, means they should be skilled in their work. But if you talk about the maids, they just have to do the manual work only. So those are the unskilled laborers. Clear? The third thing which is required, children, is the physical capital. Now what is a physical capital? You might have heard the term capital. Variety of inputs you required at every stage during the production. So from where that things which you require will come, so that is your physical capital. Now this capital is also of two types: fixed capital, working capital. Now what comes in the fixed capital? See, tools, machines, buildings. Fine, why they are required? Obviously without them you can't do any production. Fine, from a very simple tool to a big machine. Fine, generators, turbines, computers, machines, buildings, they all will come in the fixed capital. Again and again you are not going to invest in them. Once you have made the building, once you have set up the machinery, over many years it is going to work. Again and again you need not to invest in it. So that's a fixed capital. And children, what is a working capital? Obviously opposite to this, raw material and money in hand. Children, again and again in the production you require raw material. You will get raw material, only then you are going to produce something, na, finished good. So a weaver requires a yarn from which the weaver is going to make a cloth. And if you talk about a potter regularly requires clay. So working capital which you require again and again. And obviously money, children, money you require at every step. Find some liquid cash you should have. You have to pay, do the payments, you have to buy necessary things and all. So raw material and money is your working capital. Fine. And whereas tools, machines, buildings, fine, you are putting them at once only. For many years they are going to work on it, so that is your fixed capital. Now children, see, we have one more requirement also. What is it? We need knowledge. Fine, we have to had a knowledge. Fine, so that we can put together all the things: land, labor, physical capital, and then we can produce an output. These all above things were the input, and out of that you will get, and when they all will combine together you will get something that is your output. Fine, which you are going to sell in the market. So human capital, children, what is human capital? Fine. So you will be learning about it in the next chapter also. Fine, in detail. So children, in the picture here you can see how you can just check out which is your land, labor and fixed capital. You can just check out fixed capital, the machinery. Fine, which is the land, which is the labor, you can check out of it. Now children, every production, fine, you need some organization in it, and then combining the land, labor, physical capital and human capital, they all are together called as factors of production. So as you are going to study the story of Palampur, children, you are going to learn about the first three factors of production. Fine. So here physical capital is also termed as just capital. Fine. So farming in Palampur, we are just again relating Palampur and the production. So farming is the main farming is the main activity there. So first thing, which is the first factor of production, which is the first thing which we will require for farming, is the land, children. So land is fixed. So one thing is clear to all. Fine, land is fixed. Fine. So see, farming is the main production activity in Palampur. 75% of people, they are working, who are working are dependent on farming for their livelihood. So many people, they are just dependent on this farming for earning their livelihood, because it's a village. Fine. Now they could be farmers, they could be farm laborers. So it's not important that only a farmer is dependent on farming. Rest other people, like the laborers, even the landless laborers, they are going to work on the farms, then only they are going to get their bread and butter. So there are other people also, farm laborers and farmers, they are dependent on farming for their livelihood. The well-being of these people, children, is very closely related to the production on the farm. What all production is, what all output is coming in the production. Fine, what all production is being done, that is totally going to affect the life of these people. Fine, if the production is more, they will get more money, farmer will get more money. Fine, the production will be less, they are going to get less money. The farm laborers, they are also not going to be paid well. So this way their lives are closely related with this. Now children, one thing which we have to remember is the how to raise the farm production. Fine, we have to raise the farm production. How? See, the land area which is under the cultivation is practically fixed. Land area is fixed. Fine. Since 1916 Palampur, there had been no expansion in land area under cultivation. Means the area is same which is under the cultivation. Yes, it can happen that all the wastelands in the village, they can be converted into cultivable land, but there is no more scope to increase the land. But there is a scope to increase the farm production. We can increase the farm production, then only we can increase our production. By increasing the farm production, we can get more output. So how we are going to do that? We are going to learn it in the next module.